I'm so lonely, so sad and all alone. I ain't got nobody to call me home, dude. I read a diary full of shit. Just play along with myself and I know best. I ain't got nobody to call my home. Call my own, give my heart a home. Wherever I may roam, like a rhinestone cowboy, his heart was made of gold. Just trying to find his way home. I'm sitting here thinking about you, Cleopatra, my future wife. Not really. Don't flatter yourself, little girl. Plus, you don't know I exist. You know, the grams, half-ass works, because, fucking technology. So, that was a big source of information. Ha, hibbery, dibbery, hee, hoo, hee, Now I ain't got shit to talk about except for just whatever, if I want to make something up or talk about my future wife. But, eventually you realize one day, it's like, that's kind of stupid. But, gotta keep it real, yo. I don't think about any of my, I'd say future ex-wives, but that fell through. The universe must have other plans. I do think about Mrs. Rehab. On occasion. But I'm me, right? So it's like in its own weird, self-contained, compartmentalized way. Because everything about that was just wrong. She was taller than me, which would be a constant thorn in her side. Doesn't matter how macho, alpha, sigma, chicken, commander, salamander you are, the height is a big deal. Married, 2 kids, 2-year-old daughter, 4-year-old son. Separated, but, whatever. Lived in Washington State. She was older than me by 7 years, which, again, it's supposed to be the other way around. Everything about it was just wrong. She tried to resist at first, and then she caved, Like I'd sit down, she'd get up and leave. Hey, you forgot your cigarettes. And I think it was her just, it wasn't necessarily me personally. It was just, she was kind of unique, She was different, she thought different. But anyway, I wish I would have asked more about her husband. And not like in a weird way. I'm me, I'm special. The rules get applied to me, but they don't actually apply to me. So, once I established, that, and she was comfortable with me and all that, I'm not actually shy, so I just sort of say shit off the cuff or whatever. I should have said, so what type of man does Susie Q marry? What kind of man does it for you? How tall is your husband? How big's his dick? 9 inches, 10 inches? What are we working with here? She would laugh and giggle. She had this gentle, soft smile and this little giggle. So, because I'm a macho, manly, burly boy, hoorah, hoorah, but I'm also silly and shit. So, if you can get a girl always smiling and giggling, that's a good start. The best advice I can give for you sucker-ass chumps out there is, this is easier said than done. You either get it or you don't, is just be natural. Don't necessarily be yourself. I mean, obviously that's going to come to the surface. The sooner the better, but just sort of be normal, you know what I mean? And then throw in, your own personality here and there. Either it works or it doesn't. Talk to her like a friend. Make her feel comfortable. She can let her guard down. It's just that simple, really. I'm going to write a book, and it's just going to be one page. I'm going to write a bunch of books and all that. So, yeah, that was a trip. Good old rehab. Somebody had actually said, it was like a sitcom without the cameras. This one chick, I was giving her advice, because we'd have this meeting, and just how it was set up. And I was just, telling her what she was doing and why, and then I bet he did this, and then he waited 5 minutes and called you back and apologized, and you were receptive, and then you were a happy couple again, and then a week later this happened, and then she's like, yes, I want to have your baby. Yeah, you and everybody else. And I was 28 years old at the time, so I was a young buck. My wings weren't even dry yet. Or in my case, my armor. Now I'm old and shit. But and apparently she thought I was trying to impress her. You mean that wasn't natural enough for you? It seemed pretty natural to me. I'm just trying to help you out. So. She was a pretty girl, though, so that's how that shit works. And Miss Rehab was kind of like Cleopatra. Well, let me shit. Because Kosinaboo, I'm comparing her to Kosinaboo. Kosinaboo is like excruciatingly fucking gorgeous. And she's just this young, plickety-plack little thing, and this, that, and the other. I mean, shit. Just everything about her. When I really think about it, it's like, God damn. But, Cleopatra is a little bit more on the humble side of things. I mean, she's got her eyes and stuff, but, it's like, which I actually like. I've said it before. I prefer them to be a little bit more plain Jane. It's just a thing. I can't explain it. I'm trying to think in, like, terms of, like, genetic, I'm trying to say dog. Like health markers. How chicks, look at guys, they look at, his status, his physique. Does he have discipline? Does he take care of himself? Is he healthy? Money. Does he have a good job? Is he smart? There's all of this stuff that's like, at the end of the day, it's kind of more hind brain, lizard brain. You know what I mean? Will this caveman take care of me? Sort of a thing. And so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Just sort of thinking out loud. Because I've always been that way. The bombshell, hot chick. It's like, yeah, she's pretty and whatnot, but I don't know. I kind of like Susie Q over here a little bit better. Just over here minding her own business. How you doing, Susie Q? So, now my future wife, Cleopatra, who is totally aware of my existence, is like, excuse me, did you just call me plain? Yes, I did. But you got those eyes, though. So, those are definitely not plain. And I'm assuming those are your real eyes. They're not contacts. You got that look it's endearing. You know what I mean? I give you shit. You know, the thousand cock stare, almost crazy eyes. You know. But and like I said, the fact that you're older, I'm weird. I kind of find that like a thing. Kosinaboo is like 24. You know, woo, plickety plack. Have you broke 30 yet? I don't know why. It's just for some reason I like that. Yeah, she's older. She's matured. Okay. She has her own business. You know, she's been on this earth, you know, for a minute. She knows who she is, you know, and what she wants out of life. Probably, maybe. Again, it's that kind of like genetic thing, you know. But on my end, it's like, I mean, whatever. I ain't got time to fuck around. I need a chick who's not dramatic, you know, and is not finding herself, you know, and is out of her whole phase, you know, and this, that, and the other, and you know. So here's a plain Jane over here. She's damn near 30 years old, owns her own damn business, and is still very pretty. But I mean, you know, you could totally see this chick, you know, in the grocery store, right? Well, she'd definitely stand out, but that must be a thing. I'm just sitting here thinking out loud, you know what I mean? Like these subconscious things, you know. Why do I find older women who are more on the plain side more attractive than young plickety-plack things who are excruciatingly gorgeous? That is the $5.78 question. What could you buy for $5.78 these days? A pop out of a pop machine? Anyway.